we're looking for a quality education for our children, and we feel that we're not always receiving that. We're getting a lot of conversation in recent years about the lack of funding, and there's a lack of leadership in that arena. So that's a big cavern that I think the Urban League has always stepped up and tried to fill. Employers are looking to our workforce to fill the jobs. And when you look on Genesee Avenue and Torrey Pines North, those are the jobs we'd like to see our children obtaining in the future. And in order to get that, they have to have the very best education possible. Your success is not yours alone. You're standing on other people's shoulders. Remember, use your head, think about the situation, and when you have, just do it. If it's right for you, just do it. It's your destiny. First, I would like to say good afternoon to you. You are a beautiful looking crowd of people, and just the support that the Urban League of San Diego County needs. First, I want to express my heartfelt appreciation to the Urban League of San Diego and the selection committee for this humbling recognition. I offer my congratulations to you on a successful 2010 Diversity Summit and for your commitment to the still relevant fight for racial equality, diversity, and inclusion. The recent events at UCSD have served as painful reminders of just how significant these equity issues continue to be today and how important it is for all of us to stay and become involved. Whitney Young. He became executive director of the National League in 1961 amidst an explosion of civil rights movement. He substantially expanded the League's fundraising ability, membership, and staff, and made the League a full partner in the civil rights movement. During his 10-year tenure, he worked to transcend barriers of race, wealth, and social standing to advance the welfare of Black Americans. His goals were to gain access for Blacks to good jobs, education, housing, health care, and social services. His tactics were reason, persuasion, and negotiation. For all of you young people in the room, I'm going to say that again. I want you to learn something from Whitney Young like I did. His tactics were reason, persuasion, and negotiation. Whitney Young's shoes are really big shoes to fill. I'm not so sure I can do that. So instead, what I did was looked for a common thread. He had a strong family foundation. I have a strong family foundation. I have a strong family, friend, and support network. Some of the people responsible for the person I have become today are in the room, and I would like to take a moment to acknowledge them. First and foremost, my mother, Elizabeth Adams. You can stand up, Mommy, or you can just wave your hand. My mother-in-law, Helen Brooks. My uncle and aunt are here, Lilia and James Sampson. A point of history. James Sampson served as the president of the board of directors for the San Diego Urban League between 1972 and 1975 under the direction of John Jacobs and Clarence Pendleton, and today they remain life members. My husband, who, as Ron Roberts reminded you, for 15 years has served as a county planning commissioner, Leon Brooks. With a family like that, it's kind of hard not to be in a leadership role, isn't it? They demand that of you, they model that for you, and they inspire that for you. And that's the reason I'm standing here today, because of that strong core. Beyond that, there are many, many friends and supporters sitting in the audience. I really appreciate your being here, and I'd like to let you know that I have my best friend from high school, James Chitty, who drove from Los Angeles to be here today. That's how strong my network is and has always been, and you need one too. So if you don't have one, get very busy. There are a few people that couldn't be here today. My father, Richard Adams, he'd be proud. My mother reminded me that of yesterday, that he'd be proud. In addition, my mentor, the late Dr. Charles Thomas, father of Black psychology and UCSD professor. His daughter thought that he had received this exact same award in 1990, but unfortunately she could not confirm that for me. He was a wonderful leader, and with his assistance, I began a journey of leadership here in San Diego. Housing, that was one of Whitney Young's issues, and that's one of my issues. Service on the San Diego Housing Commission has given me an opportunity to make a positive impact on decent and affordable housing here in our city, and has enabled me to assist the Housing Commission to become a strong and sustainable public institution for future generations. Thank you, Rick Gentry. He has a legacy of leadership. Well, I'm trying to build a legacy of leadership. It started in high school. I was the president of the senior class in a primarily white community in the city of Chicago, which at the time was very racially divided. And just as today, Bob told you, I will be the first African-American female chair of the San Diego Foundation. I was the first African-American president of the senior class at Morgan Park High School. I learned a lot in that situation about not just the divide of racial discrimination, which we certainly felt. I learned about bridging racial differences. I feel I have some of that in common with Whitney Young. Not to the degree, I don't think I'll ever have a president do my eulogy like he did, but I guess it's something to shoot for, right? It's been a wonderful opportunity in San Diego, a smaller city, smaller than Chicago, where people are more accessible to you. And so I invite you to realize that there are a lot of people in this room that seemed really important when they were introduced, and they're just regular people like me. They'd happily mentor you. All you have to do is walk up and ask. So you can build the very same kind of strong foundation and network that I built. You can sit in the same boardrooms that I sit in. You can influence the same people that I influence. We're just a handshake, a phone call, or a tap on the shoulder away. And we want you to do it because we want you to succeed. I believe that leadership begins as involvement born of caring about the well-being of others. It is not focused on us, it is focused outward. It is focused on the future. It is focused on children, and that helps it remain relevant. It is our shared responsibility, not just mine, though I know it seems like I'm trying to serve on everything. I need some of you to come help me. But it's not just my responsibility. We share this responsibility. So I want to challenge you guys to get involved. If you're not involved, or if you're just involved a little bit, UCSD, which you all know, I serve on the Board of Overseers there. I'm a graduate of that institution, and it broke my heart when those incidents happened. Here's what made me proud. The way the university and the chancellor reacted made me proud to be on the Board of Overseers, to be a graduate of the university, and to encourage African American students to come to this university in spite of what they saw. The chancellor had 25 students from Compton come and participate in a special program with the Oceanography Division, so that this is what started the incident, the Compton Cookout, so that the youth of Compton would know there was a place for them on the campus of UCSD. It's a wonderful time. Yes, we're working hard. The work is certainly not done, but we are standing together, students, administration, volunteers, and professors, to impact what they are calling campus climate. The initiative has taken hold, the students are in charge of it, and the chancellor is responding beautifully. Everything within the chancellor's purview has been done. There are a lot of other things that she doesn't control, and we need a lot of help from this community to make sure that the focus stays on making that happen. But this is our 50th year, and we have a kickoff to challenge people to volunteer 50 hours between now and June 2011 at any organization that you care about. You can go to the website, click on Volunteer 50, choose your favorite organization, or there are a list of organizations there if you don't have a favorite, and give something back to our community. Whitney Young did and continues to inspire us. Can you hear his message? Can you hear what he has to say to us today? Competence is mandatory. Use reason and persuasion. We are our brother's keepers. Provide encouragement for growth. Lift another as you climb. Work hard. Perseverance does pay off. Be patient. Build and maintain strong personal relationships. Be prepared just in case an opportunity does present itself. Good jobs. Can anyone relate to that today? Nearly 50 years later, we are still working on Whitney Young's top 5 goals. I leave you with a thought-provoking Whitney Young quote. Every man is our brother, and every man's burden is our own. Where poverty exists, all are poor. Where hate flourishes, all are corrupted. Where injustice reigns, we are all unequal. Please heed the call. I thank you, and I will strive to continue my leadership journey and to measure up to the honor you have given me today. Thank you.
And this is from the Urban.
Thank you.
Can you carry all that?
I'll try.
Turn around. Turn around. I should drink.